Caregivers and individuals place trust in medical professionals to do the right thing. But what happens when individuals employed by the medical industry allow personal emotions to interfere with documented procedures, placing a life at risk? How often does this happen? What actions might family caregivers and individuals take to make sure that they or a family member does not fall victim to failure by a professional caregiver to follow procedure or to follow directions given by family? Mistakes and medical errors are a frequent occurrence. Fortunately, many of the mistakes are not life-threatening. Some are. A Wall Street Journal article called "How to Stop Hospitals from Killing Us," September 21st, 2012, compares the reporting of plane crashes to the reporting of medical errors. Plane crashes make front-page news. Medical errors that kill people go unreported, according to the article. Medical mistakes kill enough people each week to fill 4 jumbo jets. 4 plane crashes each week occur as a result of medical errors. I agree that promoting lawsuits resulting from medical errors wouldn't be a positive thing. But I do believe that communities of care like hospitals, nursing homes, and assisted living communities have a great responsibility to recognize errors and to train staff. In the past year, I was involved with 2 situations with my own clients where community staff failed to follow my directions. One situation involved a client with a complicated medical history. This particular client began hallucinating, saying that she was seeing her deceased son and husband and was ready to be with them. Know that the day before, my client was perfectly fine. On this particular morning, my office received a call asking for direction. My assistant directed care staff to follow the instructions of a MOST form that I had signed, directing sending my client to the emergency room in the event of any change in health or condition. Some of the nursing staff, believing my client to be actively dying because of the hallucinations of seeing her dead husband and son, hesitated to follow my directions. My assistant contacted me, I contacted the nursing home, and restated my directive. My client was sent to the emergency room and was diagnosed with pneumonia and a urinary tract infection. These diagnoses often result in delirium in older adults. Had me or my assistant not been reachable, the nursing home would have done nothing. They would have allowed my client to actively die to the point that if hospitalization eventually did occur, her condition would have been too advanced to allow her to physically recover. She would have died. A little over 1 year later, my client is still alive. I've had other similar experiences where hospital staff told me there was nothing wrong with my client based on tests. I was certain something was wrong. One client who occasionally experiences blood clots in his legs was sent to the emergency room and returned home. We sent him back the next day. After multiple phone calls, he was admitted for observation. Doctors were concerned about his kidney function. I kept asking them to look for blood clots. My requests began Friday evening. It was not until Sunday morning that they investigated and discovered blood clots in both of his legs. He too is still alive today. If you are a family caregiver, obtaining appropriate health care for your loved one may seem like a battle. I always say that a family caregiver or responsible person through power of attorney should know the person for whom they are responsible better than anyone else. You must be comfortable asking questions and disagreeing with healthcare providers. When necessary, be the squeaky wheel. Insist that something is wrong and demand investigation. Never allow a healthcare provider to intimidate you. If this happens, hire a healthcare advocate. We are not easily intimidated. We persist and ask questions until we receive answers. I'm Pamela Wilson of the Caring Generation, an online community of support for family and professional caregivers.